Hey guys, what is going on? Rabbit here. So, check out the chat, do a roll call. Let me know how are the voices doing. Volume good, music good, nothing in between. I haven't switched anything since last week, so all the volumes should be right. But again, you never know, something might have happened. I just want to give a shout out to all of you guys for being the best community out there. So, yeah, all you guys should give you guys self a nice pat on the back. Let's do a roll call here like we usually do. Audio seems what? Seems good? Alright, sounds good. So, Stephen Cochran, Fudweiser, Dream Crypto Mining, Golden Wolf, Dave Collins, Cost Effective Mining YT, so I'm assuming YouTube, and Justin Miner. Everyone, thank you for showing up. So, how's everyone doing? Nice Saturday. I believe today's Saturday. Yeah, today's Saturday. It is a nice, lovely Saturday. I see some of you talking about what happened to Monero Ocean yesterday. I am not too sure what did happen to Monero Ocean yesterday. I haven't been on there for a couple weeks since I've been had my rigs on Raptorium recently, and I still have yet to do more testing on that. But yeah, I have not been on Monero Ocean for a little bit, so I'm not sure what happened. Did just the website go down, or did something go down? Because usually some websites and pools, they do updates or whatever in the background, and you won't be able to track anything, but it shouldn't affect your mining. Again, I don't know, maybe something happened. You said maybe they tripped over their cat 6 wire, so it's a possibility, and maybe the pool was down. I'm not really sure. All right, so audio and everything does sound good. 3080 Ti from the Shuffle for 1940 after tax, or 3090 local brand new in box for 2050. I went with the 3090, so 2050 or 3080 for 1940. Yeah, that's pretty close in price. 3090 would probably be your best bet because that's like what, 123 mega hash on Ethereum because they are non-LHR. Supposedly the rumor is they do want to start LHR in the 3090s now because they decided, oh wait, miners might potentially be buying these cards for mining. We did not think this would be the case earlier because of their price. Well, they're wrong. As always, we know this. It's NVIDIA. Like, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. A couple $100 extra. Yeah, I guess the 3090 probably would be the best bet profitability wise. 3080 Ti, I don't know. To me, I don't know. I just feel the 3080 Ti for being just under a 3090 and being limited is at this time frame right now probably isn't really worth the price that they're asking for it, because like it's almost the same price as a 3090. We need ergo price on that screen. Yeah, I know. I don't know what's going on. Let me check here. Yeah, they have no ergo here. Is there a way you can change this? There must be some type of customizations or something. That's weird that they don't have it. Ergo is, minor on the minor aspect of things. We're talking about it more, but when you actually go to the crypto aspect with all the traders and stuff, you don't really see anybody talking about ergo that often or really at all. So I don't know what's really going on there, but yeah, a coin that has a decent backing by the miners always tends to be a coin that does pretty good. Like, look at Ethereum now. Look at this. There have been previous mineable coins in the past that did move to proof of stake, and then they just died right off. So who knows? Could that happen to ETH? What do you guys think? I think it'll be a nice test. Ergo is almost $15. Yeah, that's insane. Ergo's just pumping like crazy, and it's like I had my Raven coin, or not my Raven coin, my 570s and 580s and my 470s, all those 4 GB cards that I use for the GPU for my 3900Xs, because they do need a GPU in order to boot. Unlike Intel CPUs that have integrated graphics, some don't, but yeah, they need a GPU because they don't have integrated graphics. I did throw all of them on Raven coin for the past week and a half, 2 weeks. And then I swapped them back over to Ergo because based on my power, like I did sign a fixed rate last week or the week before to 6.5 cents, so 6.5 cents. But I also have distribution fees, which, well, at 6.5 cents, they're probably going to be higher than my actual power price, because before, when I had a fluctuating type of thing, I was paying anywhere from 6.8 cents up to 10 cents, and when it got hot out, I did pay a lot in the 10 cents mark. So we went in with a flat rate now of 6.5 cents, but that distribution fee is now going to be higher than our power price, at least the same at the very least. So I still have to look into more power consumption efficiencies, because I swapped over the Ergo and I actually saved 180 watts swapping 4 cards over from Ravencoin over to Ergo, and profitability wise, when you look at what to mine, they've been within like 5 to 10 cents of each other, and sometimes flipping back and forth. So 180 watts savings just from going to Ergo over mining Ravencoin on my end with the distribution fees. I think saving 180 watts per day over the course of a month. I didn't really do the math yet, but I think it's probably better off in savings over mining Ravencoin, which sometimes is a little more profitable, but not by very much, like 5 cents. I don't think it's worth. I'll be paying more in power price. So yeah, that's just the way I looked at it, and I figured, hey, so I went everything back to Ergo and dropped like 180 watts off my total, all my total system complete deal, because I was at like 2,700 watts, and then now I'm down to like 2,500, 2,520 or something. So I was like, wow. So yeah, Ergo's definitely a better option depending where you live, based on power prices and all sorts of good stuff like that. I was actually surprised. I was expecting, you know, I'll drop the power maybe 50, 60 watts, but 180 watt drop across 4 cards on my complete setup altogether was like, wow. Okay, yeah, definitely Ravencoin, you can get out of here. But again, if that Ravencoin pumps next year, you know, it probably was worth it. But who knows? We'll see what happens. Time will tell. Again, Ergo could pump as well. Okay, it was an EVGA FT3 Ultra, so I think it was worth it. Oh yeah, EVGA FT3s, their cards are definitely great. The 3090s, I don't know, but as we know, like thermal pads and all that stuff with the 3080s, 3090s, having to replace them. At least with my 3080 FTW3, it is just fine stock out of the box. The thermals are great. No, what is it called? No thermal throttling or anything going on there. So yeah, if they did the same thing to the 3090s, which I imagine they did, definitely the way to go, and you won't have to actually do any after purchasing maintenance to it by upgrading those pads and adding extra ones and voiding warranty at the same time. All right, so yeah, I put a little poll up here. Are you mining Ethereum with LHR cards using MB Miner? So 94% of you said no, 6% said what? What are you talking about? Well, I don't know, just what, because you probably just felt like putting in the oddball one. And 0% at yes. So yeah, quite interesting there. A lot of videos going on. I didn't really touch up on, I didn't have an LHR card up until yesterday, the day before. I guess it's been 2 days now, so I couldn't actually test MB Miner. But no, based on numbers coming back from you guys here, I'm just going to throw in a 3060 Ti. Now, let me know if you guys are doing this. Is it using the same amount of power? I imagine it's still using the same amount of power, just the hash rate is limited, right? So am I correct on that? Again, I didn't test. I still haven't even tested the LHR on this 3060 I got. So a guy in Discord said he's getting 35 to 40 mega hash. So we're going to go 40 mega hash on Ethereum here at the same power that's recommended, 130. Now mine do 136, but we're just going to leave it at 130, you know, just for giggles, saying, you know, it's a little cheaper. So we're going to calculate this right now, and boom, ETH isn't even, it's in the top, what, 1 2 3 4, get rid of nice ass, 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. It is the 16th coin getting 40 mega hash at the same power. So not recommended to mine Ethereum on an LHR card, even with MB Miner. Like, all these profits are so close right now. Let's put this back to 61. I'll do what mine do, 61.6. I'm going to put this at 136, which is what my 3060 testing has came out for my cards. Now we're going to look at the actual profitabilities here. So this is running 100%, remember, and Ergo is ahead of it. Look at that. Ergo is ahead. Ethereum's in second. We got Rio's right behind, not quite right behind it, 50, 75 cents. Where is Ravencoin on this? It's quite a bit down there, a little over $1, less than $1, 80 cents. But that's at 100% hash rate doing it. So if you're dropping, even if MB Miner was unlocking 90%, then you're still not coming on top. Again, unless you're like a hardcore Ethereum fanboy, or you're like, you know, really hard into Ethereum, expecting that price to double, triple, quadruple, past Bitcoin, all these things that a lot of people talk about in bull runs. It's kind of funny, the things you see when these bull runs do happen and price goes up. Just crazy numbers out there. Who knows? It could end up true in 5-10 years. We don't know. But anyway, if you are predicting, you know, massive price like that, then maybe it is worth it. But when Bitcoin goes up, when Ethereum goes up, so does everything else. And usually when it comes to altcoins, they see the biggest quick gain. Now, sure, Ethereum can be used and sold. It's on pretty much every exchange. Other coins, you know, like Ravencoin, It's on quite a bit, but not as much. And ergo, it's a lot harder to find an exchange for it. There's very few of them. But you know, a couple years down the road, as these coins grow, more exchanges list them, prices could potentially go bam, 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 way up to the moon. And profitability on altcoins usually can be like 100 times, 1,000 times, like crazy. Like, what if Raven coin goes to $10, like all these predictions are saying, after the next halving? Who knows, maybe a halving after the next halving. It could be another 5-6 years, but we could see massive potential in Ravencoin. Same thing for Ergo. We could see massive potential gains that would be a lot more in mining today than we would see 5 years from now, say, in mining Ethereum on these. Again, it's all parts of different strategies, so you know, just do your own thing, do your own research, base everything on what you think. But you know, having any type of limiting hash rate right now is definitely not worth it today on Ethereum. So you're going to need 100% hash rates. And even at that, since 1559 and all the burns and what they're actually block rewards looking at like right now, like we're only at the 2.0. We're at 2.3 and everything still. So actually not bad. Last week or the week before, we were what, 40 ETH blocks for like an hour or two straight. Like that was insane. That still happens. It's a thing. You never know. Keep an eye on that. If that happens, definitely swap your rigs over and start mining Ethereum and then swap back. You know, it's a thing to watch for once in a while. But yeah, I definitely would not recommend using MB Miner unless it's 100% unlocked, which most likely will not happen. But hey, they're working on it. They did get 70%, so that's quite interesting. Okay, now back to the chat here. I just kind of went into left field on a little rant there. So let's see what's going on here in the chat. That's some good savings. Yes, 3090, no thermal issues. 59C, 96 stocks so far at 122. Nice. See, looking good. Those FTW3s are great cards. Fudweiser has multiple of them, 3070s, 80s, and 90s, and they've all been good. Yep, EVGA is a great brand, unless it comes to playing games, I guess, on, what's that, New World. I don't know if that's fixed yet, but supposedly, you know, we all heard about it, bricking all them EVGA cards. Supposedly, something in the game was telling EVGA cards, a couple other ones, some of the AMD ones as well, to ramp up the fans to like 100,000 RPM. Like, that's insane. So that was causing a major issue and blowing up those cards. Now, it's kind of funny how it was not happening with MSI and things, but it was happening with EVGA, a couple AMD cards. I don't know the full details on that, but yeah, 100,000 RPM on a fan, that's pretty insane when they're rated for what, like 2,000 or something, 1,800, 3,000 tops? I don't even know. I'm not even sure what the RPM ratings on those are, but it's definitely not 100,000 RPM, that's for sure. But okay, so MB Miner on 3070 Ti's is around 53 mega hash on 180 watts from the miner, so not so good. So what do you got here? 53 at 185 watts, 185 watts on the miner, so that's probably like in the 200 210 range, possibly even more at the wall. But again, we're gonna put those numbers and see what it does look like. So we're gonna go 3070. They don't have 3070 Ti, so it's not really a good comparison here, because your Ravencoin numbers will be higher based on the Ti, because it's more of a 3080. So actually, that won't be right either. So we just can't get a precise number, but we can get a quick estimate here. 53, so slightly lower, and 185. Oh, geez, that's something that's not really good. What do we got here? So we're looking at $3.49 based on that. So a normal 3070 Ergo is making more than a 3070 Ti with those hash rates. Again, Ravencoin stuff is going to be a lot higher. Interesting. Anyway, I got to check out my Canadian price here one sec, because it is, I think, is this still over 4,000? Because I know we were over there. Oh yeah, 42. Nice. 63 on BTC. So yeah, Canadians seeing some, well, obviously everyone's seeing some nice gains here. What is it? What do you need? Oh, I can't go right now. I have to stream at them right now. I'll come look at later on. Okay, so the little one wanted me to show me something, so I'm back. Let's all hope for a bear market to shake out first gen 3000 series from all the noobs. Yes, that would be really great. I would like to see a massive red hit right now. Tomorrow, maybe, actually. But yeah, a nice red hit would be really nice for sure. People start panic selling, and it's just a good way to go. I still don't know what's up with Canadian Canada and their GPUs, import laws, whatever's going on compared to the US. US, like if you've been watching those stock drops and everything like that, they're getting like 200-300 cards, mostly AMDs though. Actually, a lot more Nvidias have been picking up, but they're getting like 200 or 300 cards every day for the past month. Canada, I look at theirs, they get one card. If we're lucky, most of the time we don't even get any drops. So I don't know if the stock drops isn't tracking stuff to Canada or something, but it's insane. We have not been getting any GPUs in Canada, and it's really hard to find anything, and everything is so, I don't know, just crazy price still. So it's insane. You guys getting cards? We can only hope. I'm still buying Dell G15 5510 laptops with 3060 47.5 mega hash, no problem. Yeah, laptops are doing pretty good here. Now what is mine actually doing? Where's my jump into? Here we are. All right, I might have to increase so you guys can actually see something here. So I'm gonna set my screen a little bit bigger so you can see stuff a little bit smaller. All right, so here's my current setup. Boom. What exchange can you use to cash out Raptorium? We'll go through that for a bit. Raptorium also got a new wallet. Supposedly they are now added onto Zelcore wallet, so that's pretty sweet. There's a little multi-currency wallet there. I really love some of the bigger platforms to add it. That would definitely make things a lot easier. I don't want to name any names because, you know, they could be flagged. So here we are. This is my 3060. I got it rolling away on 109.8 mega hash. I do have one rejected share. Minus 500 core, 2700 memory with 109 power limit, and we're hitting almost 110 mega hash on Ergo. So not too bad. I did have this on Ravencoin, like I was saying a while ago. It was doing about 142 watts at 22.8 mega hash. So according to what to mine, actually, I got a little bit lower than what the mine was predicting. Here, can you guys see that in those numbers there? So 22 at 140. So I was getting 22.8 at 142 or something like that. And so hash to watt ratio here is pretty good when it comes to the 3060 on Raven. It says I should get I never did hit 35 mega hash even with MB miner, so I'm not sure what's going on then. Again, I just threw it on quick, turned it off, went back to Ravencoin and everything else. No issues there. Back up a bit. All right, adjusting my screen constantly. So here are my what's this one here? This is rig 1. This is a RX 470, pretty much 60 mega hash, 59.18 on Ergo. And then we got our CPUs running at our plant here, mining Raptorium. Now I did recently upgrade to, I'll show you which miner I use. Let's go to Raptorium website. When I did my how to mine video, I used the R plant version of the miner, and I actually swapped over to this one here. So you'll go to CPU miner, right at their website, and 1.19 of the, what is it, CPU miner GR. I put this in all my rigs, and my payouts actually went up. So here we can see here exactly what I got going on. All right, so this is what I was using the other miner forever. So I had my payout set about 5,000 Raptorium, and I was getting that every 2 days. It was a day and a half, but on this chart, it's every 2 days. So it's 31st, the 2nd, 4th, 6th, 8th, 10th, and 12th. 14, 16, obviously. You see, every 2 days I was getting a 5,000 payout. Now, when I swapped over and I did all the tuning and everything and fully tuned it, it takes about 150 minutes out of your time of being down, but it tunes your CPU for it. I kept the same settings, everything is exactly the same, but my payouts increased to 6,000 daily, every single day, 6,000. So here you can see 6140 on the 17th, on the 18th, 6128, 19th, 6225. 20th 6108. So daily of 6,000. I've been hitting the minimum of 6,000 to get the payout, going from every day and a half of 5,000. So just using that other miner and actually tuning up my CPU on Raptorium, that increased to a daily payout of 6,000 from a day and a half of 5,000. So that miner is definitely way better. Depending on the algo, like we know, Raptorium uses, what is it? anywhere from 9 to 15 different algorithms. I can't remember the number, but it's quite a few. Kind of like how Kapow with Ravencoin swaps around between different type of mini algos within the algorithm. That's what keeps the ASIC resistant and secure from ASICs and FPGAs, I believe, as well. Raptorium's doing the same thing with CPUs, swapping between all these, and for most of them, I was actually seeing double the hash rate. Some of them were still the same, some of them are neck and neck in between, but for the most part, I kept one rig for a couple days, and I took screenshots through my phone. So when I make the video on that, I'll have those screenshots up. But you can see the comparison. Rig 1 and Rig 2 were usually always exactly the same. Actually, now they're the same, so we can look at them now, slightly off. So here you can see whoa, you guys can't even see that. Let me move this. All right, so here you can see 2.574, 2.573. So they are both on the new miner now. You can see they're exactly the same, but previously they were exactly the same as well using the RPlant miner. But when I went over to this one, I kept Rig 1 as the newer CPU tuned miner that I just showed you, and I kept the RPlant miner on Rig 2, and I took screenshots of it every couple hours because you got to keep track of it because it keeps switching that algorithm, so your hash rate will constantly fluctuate around. And I was seeing Rig 1 was a lot of the times double the hash rate of Rig 2. I found that quite interesting, seeing how they're always the same. So I went on. Some of them, they do remain lower. Some of them do remain the same. But on the majority of them, I am seeing increased hash rates based on that CPU tuning. So it's definitely the better way to go. I will be making another how to mine video based on that miner and tuning your CPU for it. Again, I'm using all the exact same settings I have through all my other ones. I'm using 3.6 gigahertz all-core overclock with a 3900X at 1 volt. And I have no XMP profiles on. It all shut off. You can see right here, actually, in my Ryzen Master. I don't have XMP on. Here you would see these would both be saying my fabric clock and memory clock. If I had these run, my RAM running at 3200 megahertz, these would both be saying 1600. As you can see, now I'm only running at what is this? So 2200, I guess. I'm running 2267 megahertz right now. So stock, no XMP profile. It's good to go. Now I am going to be doing that efficiency video. Hopefully maybe this weekend, have it out for next week sometime. I've just been on the back burner for like a week now, and I've been trying to get at it, but I just haven't managed it yet. But if you notice, like XLA and Scala, you get increased hash rates with your XMP profile off, running at, like I said, 2200 megahertz, then you do running it at 3200 megahertz. On top of that, you also have increased efficiency, which we found with like XMR and other coins like that, CPU mineable, that running your OC settings, anything overclocking your CPU and your RAM results in a less efficiency. So obviously you drop some hashes, but you gain a whole lot in power consumption savings. So I will be doing all those tests here, RAM versus Ryzen on Raptorium, pretty quick here, and we will be checking that right out. Now, as for actual profitability on this so far, so we're guessing about 6,000 per day. 6,200, I guess, was the most part. So in USD, if you guys can see that, so that is $7.45 based on 3 rigs in USD. I'll have to convert this over to Canadian so I know what I'm actually getting here. But this is just quick write up. The price is down. It says it's green right now, but usually it's 0.14. We're at 0.12 for a price right now. So I'm going 7.45. I'm going to divide that. Well, I'm going to divide it by 4 because I do have my workstation on there part-time. So that is $1.86 for 4 rigs. Remember, my workstation is part-time, so that's a steady thing. You could probably push it about $2 per day USD based on these prices. Now, Canadian, we can be able to swap this over. Where's the Canadian dollar here? Right here. So we're at 9.56 Canadian for me. So almost $10 per day based on 3.5 rigs. Why I say 3.5 again, workstation is not always mining. My daughter's on the computer playing games for like 6 hours a day sometimes. I'm on it doing videos or researching something. It still mines when I research, but when I'm editing a video or playing a game myself, you know, then it's off as well. So this is only mining maybe 10 to 14 hours a day based on the 3 dedicated rigs. So it's 3.5 rigs. Now I will be having, I'm waiting on some RAM, and I will be building yet another. I gotta adjust my screen here. What's going on? Hopefully you guys seen most of that. We'll be building a dedicated rig for 3900X, which I did find a nice 3900X CPU for only $462 or something. So pretty cheap. So I put that all together. So yeah, we'll have a dedicated rig 4 coming up here right quick, and then we'll see how that's going. What pool are you on in Raptorium? I am on R-Plant. I'm using the R-Plant pool. I plan on trying some other pools sometime here, but I seem to be getting decent gains here. So far total, I don't know how long I've actually been mining this. Can I see when I first started? This is my very first day? I don't even know. Actually, I have it written down. Let's see here where I wrote down when I first started Raptorium. Now I can't find it. Uh-oh. Okay, I don't know when I first started Raptorium, but from when I first started, I've been paid. Now this is my payout, not my balance in here. Like if we go up here, you can't really see, it's really small. So I've been paid 70,388 Raptorium coins. Now I still have a balance of 3185. This is what I'll get paid when this hits 6,000, and I have an immature of 646. So obviously this all has to validate through the blocks, and then it'll get turned into your balance. Then when your balance hits its minimum payout level, you'll get paid and it'll be added to your total payment amount. So right now I'm sitting at 70,388 actually paid. I'm just trying to figure out what that actually would be based on how long I've been mining so far. So 70,000, what was that number now? I totally forgot. I don't know if I should be, you guys bored with this? I don't know if I should be figuring all this out right in front of you guys, if I should just do it in a video. Now I lost everything I was doing. So what am I at here? 7388. I got too many screens open. There we go. 7388. So that is 108 Canadian. Where's USD? USD right there. So far with these CPU rigs, I've mined $84.64. And I'm trying to find out my start date here. I cannot find it. I wrote it down, the exact time and everything that I did start. And I just got to flip through my pages here and find it. And I absolutely cannot find it. So I'll have to look into that another date. What did I do with it? Raptorium start date. Where are you? That's L3 plus start date. Raptorium. Plot started. Oh, it looks like Raptorium start date 10:30 p.m. July 29th is when I started Raptorium. 1 week, my first week I got 20,000. So July 29th. 29th. So we're almost coming up to a month. So maybe on 1 month we will do that. And then I'll have to do it again in a month afterwards, because obviously we changed this miner around. So the last week we have been getting quite a bit more Raptorium than we were for the previous 3 weeks. So that number will jump up again, unless you guys all start pointing CPUs onto Raptorium and then the difficulty shoots through the moon, and then, you know, that changes everything. I'm just kidding. I'm using the same pool. Oh yeah, nice. Is that what he said? Golden Roof R-Plant pool. Yeah, R-Plant pool is exactly what I'm using. Oh man, I should switch. What pool are you on, Raptorium? Oh, looks like my settings might be okay. I have a video on how to mine it. Again, it is with the R-Plant miner, not with this one. I do gotta update that and put it in with this new miner that I have been using. Now it's funny because when I released that video, Raptorium guys like, oh, you gotta use this other miner, you'll get way more hash rates. I was like, yeah, I know, I'll try it out in another video. And then eventually I finally did try it, you know, 3 weeks later. And then I was like, okay, yeah, this one's a lot better. I should look like, how much Raptorium would I have missed out? 5,000 every day and a half to 6,000 a day. So that's at least 1,000 Raptorium per day. That's like 27,000 Raptorium I'm shy on just from using a different miner that I didn't use. So right there, that's just off quick math right off the get-go. Do we have any other questions or anything going on out there? What's going on? Did change name. Oh, you changed your name on YouTube. Gotcha. I was like, okay. I thought I saw Dream Crypto Mining before. It's probably in some comments or something, but yeah, gotcha. Now I know who you are. I see what's going on. You're using the same pool. Nice. Yeah, so you got your third, if I remember correctly, you are tuning your third CPU, and hopefully everything pops up. What's the miner you're using now? I missed it. I'm using the, where is it? Oh, Pocket Change. What's going on? I didn't even see. Did you just pop in out of nowhere? I'm using, where's their website here? CPU miner. Click on that. Right on the Raptorium website. It is CPU Mining GR. And you can actually, if you just go in here, I'll edit here. I'll show you my flight sheet. You can get it running through HiveOS, no problem, just by simply going to the miner fork here. Now, if you just use your normal CPU miner opt, go into your thing. You can pick the Fork GR. This is the miner, but remember, you are going to have to use the command prompt in your config override. You are going to have to use the tuning. I can't remember the command now off the top of my head. It's like that. Okay, I can't remember it all really off the top of my head. You have to look through the README file, but it's like -- CPU full tune something. It'll be in the README file. You just have to go through that, and then it will tune your CPU to what you need. Again, these are 3900Xs. You do got to use the proper miner. Actually, I can find it right quick here for the Windows version. So I'll just go to programs, miners, CPU, Raptorium, this one. All right. It has pre-made tune presence, but I highly recommend to tune it yourself. Now, because it's a 3900X, this is Zen 2. It has different miner for pretty much every CPU out there. So you are going to have to pick the one for your specific CPU. Now we're just going to jump into the README right quick. And here you can see tune full. So if I was in Windows right now, I just copy this tune full. I'm going to copy that out. You're going to go into your Zen 2 for a 3900X. 3000 series processors are Zen 2. So you're going to want to go into your bat file here. You edit that. Go all the way over to the end. Just go right behind your username. Paste that in. Save it. Run it as an admin mode. Always run as admin. Tune full. 150 minutes later, it might be a little shorter, might be a little longer. It tells you it's 115 minutes, and it'll run through all the different algorithms, kind of exactly the same way Monero Ocean kind of does it with its algorithm tweaking. So it'll do the same thing. Once you're done, I recommend you delete this. You're gonna have to delete that because if you don't, it'll full tune it again. Once you do full tune it, you will be saved. Don't save, don't sit. No, don't hit the help. Get out of here. There. So yeah, you're going to want to erase that. It does save your tuning profile into your bat file or into your mining program there. It'll say whatever Zen 2 tune config file. At that point, you erase your tune thing there, or it will overwrite that and retune every time you load it. So erase that as soon as you put it in there. There we go. That's how we run that operation. Okay, where are we at now? I totally lost my train of thought. We're going through questions or something. Anybody have questions? Anybody know what's going on? We will be doing that CPU how to mine video to Raptorium soon. But again, that's been on the back burner for a while. I've been moving around my little mining farm. You guys saw that crypto mining basement update there. Was it yesterday or the day before? It is complete now. It's about half recorded. I was going to release it today, but then I ended up watching a TV show last night and didn't get around to actually showing you guys the finished product. I could just pay to set mine up. Well, yeah, I could do that too, I guess. It's very simple. You plan on doing some CPU mining now, huh, Pocket? Do you think Ergo will piggyback on the success of 88? I have no idea. Everything kind of piggybacks on each other. In the end, everything is piggybacking. Everything is piggybacking off of Bitcoin, technically. Bitcoin goes up, everything goes up. Bitcoin goes down, everything goes down. You just, depending what they're doing on their own networks and everything, when you see a bull run, what is going on here? I messed up my thing here. I totally got rid of Bitcoin accidentally. What did I do, guys? Help me fix this. Why is Ethereum here? Bitcoin's like wiped off the map. Did I just am I predicting the future right now? Is this a thing? Is Bitcoin like gone? Dun dun dun. Okay, anyway, I don't know what I did here. How do I fix it? Go back? Go back. Go back. All right, I'm just gonna put Coin 360 back in here, and hopefully the defaults just load back up. We're just gonna reload. Oh, there we go. We fixed it. It's not a thing. Ethereum did not take over. I wanted to, haven't had time to set it up and learn. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun. When setting up your CPU mining, depending whether it's in Windows or Linux, I'd highly recommend doing it in Windows first because it's a lot easier to tweak and whatnot. If you're using a Ryzen CPU through Ryzen Master, that way you can watch things like if your voltages is too low. If it's like really close, then check it every 24 hours. Your miner may quit, but your computer won't reboot. But if your miner starts shutting down, you're gonna have to up the voltage a little bit. If your voltage is too low on your CPU, then you could wake up in the morning and be like, oh, whoa, my computer restarted, nothing's mining. No, that's not a good thing. So that's how you can kind of notice if you're getting close or not close. And then in Windows, again, like I said, it's easier to tweak because you can just do it through Ryzen Master. Now, if you were doing it in Hive OS, the finished product, I usually throw it on Hive OS after because you got to do all your settings in your BIOS. And it's just more of a headache to actually run through all your settings in the BIOS than it is running through Ryzen Master, because every reboot, everything, you gotta go back in your BIOS, reset everything manually, and then try something else. But that's why I recommend tweaking your CPUs till you get it right. For as long as it's stable for about 3 days to a week, you're good to go, and you can start going into HiveOS or something. So I do recommend tweaking for CPU mining in Windows just to make it a little bit easier. And then if you plan on running it in Hive or something, then you can move everything there. That's for myself. Like, I've done all the tweaking previously, so I always buy like the same parts, same everything. Then I know what to use, and I can just slap everything together, throw it in Hive, and it's good to go. It's done. Do you have to do a full tune twice? All good. No, you only have to do it the one time. Just tune it once. It'll find its everything. Once you actually do the full tune, like I said, make sure you do run it as an administrator. Then get rid of that the command to do the full tune, because you don't want, or it will full tune every time you start it, and you don't want that to happen. You already tuned it once. You don't need any more downtime. Yes, smash that like button if you haven't yet, guys. Rabid remove Bitcoin. Yeah, I just wiped out Bitcoin, and I think, what is it called? I'm trying to think of the abbreviation here. RMC. I think RMC is going to be the next top coin, and if you're unaware what that is the Rabid mining coin. Coming soon. Just kidding, it's not. I have no idea. Oh yeah, I gotta talk about something here. AAA Wave, they have a new frame out. I'm hoping to get one here sometime soon here, but they got a new frame out here. I do have codes for AAA Wave. I asked them that my previous codes do work for this, so I can't remember what they are. They are in the description, so there's one for a rig frame there. And I think it's AAA RM20 will give you 20% or $20 off. I can't really remember. Off all their frames. And AAA, so AAA RM10 will give you 10% off, or $10. One of the two. I can't remember on that either. All their risers, hard drives, all sorts of stuff across AAA Wave website. So check that out. But here is a new frame. Like, this thing is pretty insane. Look at all the fans you can throw on this thing. It's an 8 to 10 GPU mining frame. They just released it, so I'm not sure how it actually works. So it can fit anywhere, or 6 to 10. It's a 6 to 10 frame. So I don't know if it like spreads out sideways or something to add more in across the side, because it's all one tier. It's not a stacked tier here. And so I'm guessing it just kind of, you adjust it to how many GPUs you have, up to a maximum of 10 and a minimum of 6. Now they are stackable as well. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. That would look sweet. Could you imagine just stacking up a bunch of frames like that? That would just look amazing. I don't have enough GPUs to do anything like this, but I think that would look pretty badass. I don't know about you guys. You got like sideways mounted fan holes here too for airflow. And I don't know. It's a new design they just did. It's just released, brand spanking new. So if you guys are looking for a frame, it might be worth checking out. Again, we're going to be doing a build here sometime soon, and we'll be checking this thing out. Well, not really a build. I'm going to have to pull my 12 GPU frame from them apart with all my cards and put them in this one to see how it works. But yeah, I'm hoping to get one of these things in soon so that we can actually check this frame out. So again, AAA Wave, or not AAA Wave, it's AAA RM20 for rig frames, AAA RM10 for hard drives and everything else for coupon codes on their website. So little AAA Wave shilling going on there. Send me one of that frame. Yeah, I don't know. Check it out. They just emailed me and said, check out our new frame we got. And I was like, what? So I checked it out and I looked at it, I'm like, wow, this thing's cool. Could I have one? And I'm still waiting to hear back. So I don't know what's going on with that yet. Anyway, so I need CPU upgrade. Oh, I want to check something else. So I got my full chia plots going. I forgot about that. Let's check it out, guys. This is another half-done video that I haven't completed. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I've been like busy with a whole bunch of other stuff here. So here we are. I got, what is it, 14 terabytes. So it's like 12 points. Actually, this says 11.8 terabytes. Oh, average effectiveness 4. Okay, whatever. That just works. Same way GPU mining based on shares and everything. I have a total of 14 terabytes, and I think, but you know, after, you know, a little bit smaller, I'm about 13.5, 13 terabytes or something. So they're full maxed out on plots now. It took me about a week and a half, 2 weeks to fully plot it out because I was CPU mining as well. Chia is a slow, long-term process, so I didn't shut anything down, maximize my plotting speed. I just took my time and went with it. So I'm almost 60 cents per day on my estimated earnings, mining 2 flex pool. Looks like I have an unpaid balance so far of $5.47. That's not too bad. I think my payouts are set to like 0.1, so gonna be a little while till I see my first payout. But yeah, we are farming chia right now. 11.8 terabytes according to all this. Average space last seen 24 seconds ago, so that's kind of exciting. It was pretty neat. I was like, chia's not really worth it, honestly, but it's pretty fun to actually get plotting and just looking at each plot go by each couple hours, 40 minutes, depending on what you're running. I did try Mad Max as well as the normal one, and it was pretty fun. I would highly not recommend going out to start mining chia, but you know, getting the odd hard drive here and there at a good deal, why not, I guess. The shipment is almost the same price for the oh, is it really? It costs that much to ship? Where are they even located? I'm not even sure where they're located. AAA, are you guys still here? Where are they located? I don't know where they're from. I'm not sure. Chia is a waste of energy. It's funny. It's a waste of energy, but they promote it as being highly efficient because hard drives do not use much power. But again, it depends. If you're using a 10,000 RPM hard drive, they use quite a bit of power. So some people look, obviously you get the cheap like 5,200 RPM hard drives, big storage, cheaper price, although hard drive prices are through the roof. Another price that went through the roof, an EVGA 750 watt G3 power supply. I found on, I can't remember where I found it somewhere for 90 bucks. It was that one on Amazon. I found it on the warehouse deal for 90 bucks. And then everything canceled out. Now I went to look at it again. It's like $150. I was like, oh wow, they got like a $60 price increase. So power supplies are going up in price. It is crazy. They used to be regularly like 130. So yeah, but I did get that one at 90 because it was a good deal, and obviously I'm trying to build a computer for the little one so she's not on mine all the time. Also, I need more ATX PSUs for CPU mining, although I could use the parallel miners ZSX boards, but if I ever want to overclock the crap out of them to actually test something out, I might go over their limit, because when I first tested out an XMR, we were over 200 watts when we fully overclocked our CPU, and ZSX boards at the 24 pins are only rated for 180 watts, so it's not recommended. I am actually trying to talk to Parallel Miner and tell them that, hey, you know what, we need more power through these 24 pins. We also need a board for CPU miners. Like, I'm trying to say, hey, can you make one for like 4 to 6 CPU rigs? So that's like a giant ZSX board with 4 to 6 24 pins. I'm like, hey, make this, make it happen, because I want one for sure, because I definitely use that, and there's other people out there that are looking into CPU mining. They'd probably use it as well. So trying to get them to make that, but I haven't really heard anything about it. It's like they don't agree with me or something. I don't know. But there is a Chia one coming out soon. They have been working on a Chia breakout board for power supplies that holds up to like 50 hard drives. You can power 50 hard drives through that thing, something like that, 40 or 50. I can't really remember. It's been going through its testing, and supposedly it's getting produced right now. So actual release date, I am not sure yet, but it is coming. I'll keep you up to date when I do hear more about that. Is it just me, or is that same for you too? What are we checking out? Oh yeah, we also check out our ASIC we got going on here, courtesy of the community members out there. You guys are, like, again, you guys are the best community members out there. Let me try and test these things. And as we know, this thing showed up and it didn't really work. We did troubleshooting, and yeah, ultimately I could like put this thing together now with my eyes closed. I've been actually to try to get like more of these and stuff. I was trying to price things out, and you know, to buy up a straight up L3 Plus is like, they're expensive right now. Like, what are they? People were saying a couple years ago you get them for like $200-300. Now, if you're to order them, they're like anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 or $4,000. They're pretty pricey and really hard to get. But I was looking at pieces and parts, and if you were to literally build one by yourself, you could pick up just the frame itself for like 40 bucks on eBay, 40 to 60, depending who's selling at the time. If you can find any hash boards, that's the issue. You can get the remote control board, which I did pick up there, which did fix my issue for $190. I found it from a Canadian company, a Canadian ASIC company. So I got that. That fixed the issue. So $190 for the control board, $60 for the frame. Then, you know, what, 50, 60 bucks to get 2 fans in, about 6,000 RPM fans. And then the hash boards are the issue. They do not make these hash boards anymore, so you have to get them somewhere else. When they were for sale, the hash board was 30 bucks a piece. So you could get all 4 hash boards for $120 or so. So you could potentially build this thing from scratch for under 500 bucks. But the hash boards now, people are selling them on eBay and stuff for like $1,000 a piece for one. Some of them are broken. They had say 600 bucks for a broken hash board. Like, it's insane the prices out there right now. Like, but potentially you could build it if you could find everything for the right price for a lot cheaper than actually buying the whole thing. So I was kind of looking into that angle of it, but then I was like, yeah, no thanks. But one thing my eye is on for sure. You guys all know about it. Let's take a look at this bad boy. This guy. I wish I had the money for this thing. So bad right now. If I had the money for this right now, I would pre-order it. I was talking to a few ASIC vendors. Obviously, they're not going to send me anything because my channel, we all know what happened to it, and now it's just not up to par to what it was. But previously, I might have been able to work something out. But anyway, I've been talking to some miner vendors. But why can't I find it? Let's just look at this thing. Okay, ASIC miner value. No, I don't want the Avalon. Oh my gosh. Say sorry guys, everything's glitched. Let's just look at ASIC profits. Let's look at ASIC profits. How about we just do that? ASIC miner value, list them all up. So here we can see the E9 obviously is 218 a day. These are not out yet, but look at the Antminer L7 coming November 21st, $146 per day. That is insanely amount of profits. Again, when these things hit the network, you got to keep in mind, farms are going to be buying these things up like crazy. That difficulty on Litecoin and everything is going to go through the roof, like literally through the roof. This is essentially 19 Antminers for the power consumption of 4.5. That's insane. 52 USD a year, 52,000 USD per year, probably. Like, I definitely want to get my hands on one of these, especially after the merge and everything, because this will not be affected. Now, if Litecoin decides to, hey, you know what, we're swapping algorithms, then you're pretty much, you're hooped. You're messed up. You won't be able to mine too much on it. But look at the prices of this thing. Let me go to Canadian prices here because USD is just way cheaper than what it is. So we're going to go to Canadian prices, and yeah, look at 23,000, 23, 24. Bitmain isn't even on here anymore. Bitmain was the cheapest place to get it from at 15,000 Canadian, but yeah, now we're looking at, it was 2 weeks ago, it was only 22,000 across the board. Prices are already going up. 23,000, 24, 26, 27 from all these places. So I wish I had the money. I'm gonna start a GoFundMe or something maybe. Just kidding, but yeah, I definitely want to get my hands on one of these though, for sure, because yeah, it's fun. And I'd have to do some power upgrades as well, because what's this, like 3,425 watts? Yeah. But yeah, profitability on this thing is insane. Again, if it ever breaks down or something happens to one of these coins, this thing would be a dead weight. So you could potentially be paying $22,000 for a doorstop. That would be not a good really thing to look at, but I really think I'd like that thing. Someone said that they will probably never launch them in time, so more in the middle of next year. Serious deja vu. Fudweiser, don't do it unless you get a deal for 2. Then you know, I'm right here. I'm just bugging you. Yeah, I know. After playing with that L3 Plus, that look at that, I was like, you know, ASICs, there's not really 2 of them. They're really easy. They're pretty much just plug in and that's it. You know, miner pointed to a pool, but so they're not really fun when it comes to tweaking and stuff like a GPU or even anything near a CPU, but they definitely make some money, that's for sure. And you know what, I'm a mining channel. I don't care what I mine with. A lot of people are all pro, we're a GPU miner, we're this miner. You know what, I'm a mining channel. I mine whatever is profitable. So I have no problem saying, hey, you know what, just because that person's a solid GPU miner and they say you can always do this, I'll just be like, hey, you know what, I don't think that's going to turn out that way, and you're going to run into a lot of issues moving forward. But again, we don't know what's going to happen. Everything's future. We can just base everything. But I am a mining channel, and I'm just looking at everything that is profitable. Whether it's ASICs, whether it's CPUs, whether it's GPUs, whether it's a mouse running on a treadmill trying to catch a carrot or a piece of cheese, doing something else weird. I don't know. Flush from the Matrix. What's going on? What are you talking about? We got Matrix stuff happening? Okay, let's get rid of these ads because I don't know if that's gonna cause issues with, you know, what's going on with everything. Do we have any questions out there anyway? 5 minutes later and Chia still sucks. Yeah, Chia definitely does suck. I highly do not recommend that whatsoever at all. Zero. What's a hard drive going for these days? Like way too much money. It's like years of an ROI. Unless Chia sees a massive price increase. So what are we down? What are we at? Like $200 or $300 Canadian when it opened up at like 2,500, 3,000 Canadian. So yeah, it's down a lot. We definitely need a price boost for it to be worth anything at all. But again, that's the name of the game. We just hodl until something happens. Scalpers are nailing it. Deja vu. I want someone selling an Antminer S9 for 200 here without a power supply. The S9. I hear a lot of people talking about the S9, but I do not know if they're really worth it. Let's see here. Now, there's a lot of people talking about how Bitcoin is pretty profitable right now because the difficulty dropped quite a bit, like almost half due to all the big shutdown in China. But, you know, and that's making people say, hey, you know, I want a Bitcoin miner. I want to get an ASIC Bitcoin. I can start mining it. You know, it's more profitable than it used to be because of the price is high and the difficulty is down. That's not the case. That difficulty is going to shoot up right soon. I wouldn't really recommend a Bitcoin ASIC. Because if you guys that weren't aware, like there's a lot of those Chinese farmers and Bitcoin farms might be moving into Alberta here. We kind of talked about it in the past, but if they do, a lot of those farms will be going back online and that hash rate will be jumping up with that difficulty. So insane. So we got 14 terahash. Right now I could say it's probably not too good. 14 terahash on Bitcoin is not really, well, that's $6 a day. That's actually not bad. Wow. So what is that other one? What's that big one they have? That's like 100 terahash. That thing. But the power these things use. Where is the power consumption? 1,300 watts. Not too bad. $6 a day. But let's take a look at something. Let's see here. 1,372 watts at $6 a day. All right. 1,300 watts. So let's pump up a 3060 Ti rig to 1,300 watts and see what happens. See what it looks like. So what is that? 19? Oh, that's a little too much. That's a little too much. Let's go 9. 11. Oh, 10. 1,300 watts is 10 3060 Ti's. Let's calculate those profits. That's $44 a day on Ergo. That is $39 a day for the same amount of power as that ASIC. So is it worth it? I don't know. Now it all comes down to other factors like price. 10 3060 Ti's, you're looking at like in the scalper field anywhere from $800 to $1,000 a card. So that's $10,000 right here to get that out at $1,000 a card. So now we're going to look at that. How much is this miner? Is it under $10,000? It is. This is Canadian. What am I doing? Do they even sell it anywhere? Nowhere to buy. Coming soon. Coin Fufu. Okay, it doesn't even have a price. So depending where you actually see this for sale, I'd be really careful. There's a lot of scammers out there. And again, you said no power supply. So you are going to need a power supply. Depending on this, 1,300 watts. So it looks like a 1,500 watt normal server power supply will work as long as you get a breakout board that supports the amount of 6-pin plugs that it does have. So there's no issues with finding a decent, cheap, easy power supply for that. Yeah. The market will go up, down, or sideways. Yeah, you never know which way it's going to go. One thing I was going to do, I kind of talked about it previously. Let me look at, I'm going to have to put it on my info. Let's just do this right quick. We're going to go to Pro Hashing. This is where I currently have that Antminer. So we're going to, now you guys log in here. Don't worry, I got two-factor. You guys can't hack me. Well, maybe you can. Let me find my code. Gotta find my code. Here we go. You guys see my code? Yep. Now you guys hacking me? Alright, so we're in. So as you can see, where are we at now? I don't even know what our profitability is now. We're gonna go per day here. Let's look at mining. No, we're not looking at mining. We're looking at balances. So we're almost at $100 here total that we've got. Our total balance is $513. This is your balance since your last payday. So 717, 8788, 875, 939 that day. Not bad. So here we're at $9.39. That's the best day. Let's just find an average here. So we're gonna go with, let's just say $8 average. So I was gonna swap things over. Let's just look at payouts. Add a new payout. So we can do this in like say Ravencoin. So if I wanted, I could just pick Raven Coin here. Where's Raven Coin? I can't find it. But anyway, it's here. I know it is. So we saw it. There it is. There's Raven Coin. So if I click on this, and I set it out. Here's your minimum payout threshold, 7 Raven Coins. So you can mine all these script coins. Right now, it's mining all the script coins and then paying me out in Litecoin. You can see right now it's mining. Oh, it just swapped over to Litecoin. Oh, now it just swapped back to Digibyte. So see, this tells you what coin it's currently mining. It keeps bouncing back based on profits, and it pays you out in whatever your designated payout is. Kind of like unmineable. So I was thinking, what if I did this for Raven Coin? That way I could be mining with this ASIC on all the script algorithms and getting paid in Raven Coin. Then I kind of worked it out, and it's not a good idea efficiency-wise. So we know we are down to 660 watts, and I worked on the price. Let me just grab my calculator right quick, guys. So we are sitting at $8 per day. So if I was to divide that, what's the price of Raven Coin? Like 18 cents? I don't know. I'm going to divide that by 18 or 0.18 cents. So that is 44 Raven Coin per day. All right. For 660 watts, that's 44 Raven Coin. Now I'm going to go to what to mine here. We're going to put in two 3060 Ti's. Boom. Raven Coin per day, 42 to 44. So with two 3060 Ti's, that would be the same as 660 watts on Raven Coin, but we're only using 280 watts now. So it's not really efficient to be able to do that. So I decided, okay, we'll just keep it on Litecoin because you need that to mine Litecoin anyway. So why not? So you could just get two 3060 Ti's, which potentially is cheaper than buying an app miner at this type of market anyway, and be getting the same amount for a lot more efficiency. So a whole bunch of different ways to look at things, a whole bunch of different angles of things. It's 14 cents. Yeah, it's USD, 18 cents Canadian. Sorry, I did it in my Canadian prices. So, but it's about $44 to work out your daily, what you're making with that thing compared to that. And then converting that over to the GPUs, it's not worth doing that. So I decided I'm not going to do that test. Maybe I'll look at other coins and see if it's worth it or not. But there's a whole bunch of other testing that needs to be done on that operation. So I don't know, what do you guys think? What are you guys mining? What are you guys doing? 10 minutes later. Okay, we just saw that. I got a good deal on a S17 Plus, but I need to fix the heat sinks from shipping. Waiting on adhesive to arrive. S17 Plus, what is that? So ever since I've been testing this thing, I've been looking a lot more into ASICs. And I know ASICs aren't really worth it unless you have a big farm and really dirt cheap power. At least for Bitcoin especially. So let's look at an S17 Plus. How's the S17 Plus looking? 73 terahash for 2920 watts. That's not too bad. That's $38 a day. $38 a day for 2920 watts. So let's just convert that right back over to our 3060 Ti's again. See what we're getting here. So for the same amount of power, because remember, price does matter, but long term, we're going to need efficiency. Efficiency is what's going to matter. So if you're using something that's using twice the amount of power, it's definitely going to hurt you in the long run, especially when the merge and everything happens. So anyway, 3830. Where am I at here? 2920. 2920. Where's 2920 on Ethereum? 2920. Let's try 20 cards. 26. Okay. 25. Oh, too much. 23. 2990. We'll go with 22 to keep it just under. So 2860 watts here is 22 3060 Ti cards. That will be granting us on Ergo $94 after power. That's quite a bit more than $29 here. And this is Canadian too. And what to mine is USD. So I should put this back to USD just to kind of give you the proper, so everything kind of intermingles correctly with itself. It's kind of fun. You guys like looking this stuff up and comparing stuff? All right, so 2,920 watts. We're like at $29.83 USD compared to $87. Now, this would cost us, again, we're averaging with the scalper price $1,000 a card here. So what are we at here? We're at what? $22,000 to build this with cards. Plus you're gonna need obviously extra motherboards. That is a few rigs to slam together to get 22 3060 Ti's. So 22,000 minimum just for GPUs compared to 3,600 or 62. So, and they're out of stock again. Keep an eye out. A lot of scammer sites out there. Like example, you could Google Coin Mining Central. Like I don't know if there's a scam version of it, but the exact same name and everything could pop up. It could look exactly the same as the real site, but it's not. It's a scam site. You got to be very careful. Look at every single wording. Look at anything. There's, oh, it's just, you just got to be really careful. I don't know how much else to say. Like there are identical sites to match real sites, so you just got to watch out on stuff. Like check their contacts, check their mailing addresses, all sorts of other things, because there's got to be something that won't line up right. Time to see move now. See ya, Robin. Thanks for all right, Dream Crypto. I'll catch you later. Have a good rest of your Saturday. Better buy some GPUs at a good price than ASICs. Yeah, for sure, definitely. They are definitely a lot more. Again, you gotta never know. These are all older type of generation ASICs type coming. Like look at the E9 that's supposed to be coming out. That thing on Ethereum, well, yeah, that's insane. What is that supposed to be? 3 gigahash for 2,500 watts. Now you're not gonna match that efficiency with a GPU. Like that's insane. You're only spending $6 a day on power, and you're making 215 after power. Like. This type of hash rate is insane, but again, that's made for Ethereum. It's a huge bet on hoping Ethereum, the merge gets extended like at least a year or two, or you're never going to ROI that thing. Although, what is the ROI? It's pretty cheap with these prices actually, but who knows when they'll release. My bet they're going to release like a week before the merge actually happens. So by the time you actually get it, the merge could already be through. So anyway, anybody have any questions out there? Yeah, we've been going for about an hour. Nice. It's usually an AMA, and I just revert to just constantly talking away. So let me know, what do you guys think? Where's you guys' mind frames on the ASIC versus GPUs versus CPUs? What do you guys think is going to happen here? I'm waiting for some feedback from you guys. I'm really interested to see what could happen. I really do think that. Actually, I don't really know what's going to happen, but I think there's a good possibility. Now, it's a possibility. I'm not saying it's set in stone. I do think CPUs could potentially become more profitable than GPUs. It is a great chance. It could very well happen. Now, CPUs are definitely cheap right now. Again, if everybody starts selling off all their GPUs, and then they go out and buy CPUs, obviously that's going to lead to higher difficulties, higher hash rates, and then drop difficulties on all the GPU mining aspects. So it's going to take a good few months, maybe even a year after, because when the merge, it's a major thing. It's a huge issue. Like the mining community has not really gone through something like this. Yeah, we've hit crypto winters, we've hit this, but 100% swing like this is going to be pretty insane when all the hash rate floods in. We just don't know what's going to happen, or how long it's actually going to take, or even what the prices are. The prices of each coin will determine a lot as well. Are we in a winter? Are we in a massive bull run? Prices of GPUs. People are going to be like, hey, okay, I'm spending too much. They start selling off. It is going to take a good few months to realize where all the hash rate is finally going to sit. Possibly even a year till people be like, okay, yeah, I probably shouldn't be mining right now. I'm losing a lot in power. So it could take a year for people to decide that finally and be like, okay, I'm selling off. We don't know. I will stick an L7 label on my D3 and call it L7 Mini for 10K. Yeah, there's probably people that are going to be doing that too. Like, I wouldn't highly doubt it. There's people already probably making the tags out early, pre-release, or, there's going to be crazy stuff going on. Be really careful with when you're purchasing anything for mining, because there's going to be people trying to take advantage of people. So you just got to watch, cross all your I's and dot all your I's and cross your T's. Question, when you mining on pools, what is the fee you have to pay to transfer your ETH to a wallet? I don't understand the fees. It all depends on the pool. Myself, I use Ethermine as well as EaselMe, and they flex, not Ethermine. Sorry, cancel it. I don't use Ethermine. I use Flexpool or EaselMe when I'm getting some ZIL. I'm currently on EaselMe right now, and they have the same setup now. They swapped over to how Flexpool does it. In Flexpool, you set your own gas. So once you actually have let me just run into, let's take a look at Ethereum gas station here. So you can just Google in Ethereum gas station, and this will show you the current fees. So your standard fee is your normal fee, your normal price for sending crypto. So if I was to send you crypto, you send it to me, or even a pool sending you your payout, that's just your standard fee. So these pools, you can set your manual gas fee. So example, if I have a payout of 0.1 Ethereum and I set it for 30 gas, I could be over the threshold of 0.1, but I will not get my payout until I hit 30 gas or less. So once the network hits 30 or less, then you will receive your payout, so you're not paying super crazy prices. Now, people that just have it at 0 and they don't read that or pay attention, then if it's set at 0, it could potentially, if this could be at 400, and if you hit your payout, they'll ding you hard. You will get your payout at a massive fee. So depending on your pool, check out its payouts. Again, I use EaselMe and Flexpool. Flexpool originally started with this payout method, and now other pools started to adapt it because they see that they may be losing too many people. But anyway, you set your own fee in here, and I recommend, I'm using about 30, I think, myself, but you can set it to whatever you want, 40, 10, 100, whatever. Usually anything about 60 or less is a decent fee. 30, I think, on 0.1 is like 80-cent transaction fee or something. So yeah, that is how those payment methods work. You set up your gas fee, and it will not actually transfer it to your wallet until it hits your gas threshold. Depending again on the pool you use, every pool is different. So do you have a tri-miner going, CPU, GPU, CPU, and SSD? Yes, I do in Windows. Currently, I have Rig 3, which is currently mining Raptorium. It's also GPU mining Ergo with only one card because it needs it to boot. And it's also Chia farming. It used to be plotting, but the plotting process is done because my hard drives are full. So now it's also just farming the Chia. So yes, it is three-way going right there. Any other questions, guys? Anybody going on? What do we got for viewers? Do we have anybody even watching here? Are you guys still here? Oh, we got 27 likes. Nice. Not bad. Likes are higher, so obviously we lost a few people, but that's okay. Some people had to go. There's probably someone else streaming right now as well. Who knows what could happen? Wow, it's 12:12. We've been here for an hour and 12 minutes. Going hard today, huh, guys? Oh, please join the Discord if you haven't. We need more rig picks because tomorrow is rig picture day. Rig pick Sunday. We might have rig picks, and if we don't have any, then we just resolve to what we're doing today, and that's just talking away about whatever we decide to talk about at the time. Sebchap S just arrived. Oh, welcome, Sebchap. Thanks for showing up, buddy. Gold shell box miners. What are those? I've heard about them, actually. I'm not really sure what they are. Let's have a peek. Gold shell box miner. Let's do some Googling together. Gold shell box miner. Okay. Alright, so this has scam written all over it. Beware of fraudulent websites. Hey, we just talked about this, and they're trying to beware of you about it as well. Box tutorial. So what is it? It's just like a mini ASIC miner. Is it kind of like those mini Dogecoin? Oh, right there. Everyone can own a Doge. Okay. So it's one of those mini Doge miners. Gotcha. Alright. Yeah, we've seen those all around. How do you like them? How are they working? Ugly picks. Yes, if we do have some ugly picks, we will definitely go through those tomorrow as well. I'll have to have a look later today if I remember. And if not, remind me tomorrow and we'll just look through them tomorrow live and see if there's something new there. Okay, do we have any questions out there? Anybody have anything they want to say? Anybody what they're looking into? They're not the Voscoin ones, but I believe they made some for Voscoin. Maybe I can get some made for myself. That'd be sweet. I'm not big enough though. Not anymore. But yeah, I believe they are potentially the guys that made. They look just like them, yes. Are those the ones? No. Voscoins, obviously, they have a symbol on them, and he had them made through probably that company, I'm assuming. But yeah, pretty much they are the same miner as the Voscoin ones, as far as I'm aware. Again, I don't really look into that type of stuff, but if it's something you want to know about, then I definitely can. Oh, Parallel Miner restock. It's really tough. they've been out of 1200 watt PSUs for quite some time now. They've been trying to get it in, but it's been really hard. There's still a massive shortage going on when it comes to like power supplies and stuff, and really hard to get a hold of vendors and people that are making them. As far as I'm aware, 2400 watt PSUs, can't remember how many they have left, but they are starting to get pretty low on the 2400 watts. And once they're out, it's going to be quite a bit of time probably till they see those back in stock again, a year or two, possibly, like a while. So if you need one, you click them links in the description and stock up on them. Because I got a few of those parallel mining links. But yeah, if you are ordering anything from there, be sure to use my links, because it greatly helps the channel. Seeing how I don't have anything coming from YouTube anymore, I can't really get more stuff. The Doge miner, there's also CBA, HA, KDA, LBC. I have the Doge CKB and KDA box miners. Oh wow, you got a whole bunch of them. You must love them. Any interest on helium mining? I have no idea. I'm still waiting to try to get one. I think everyone just forgot about me. I have no idea what's going on with helium. I haven't really looked into it, so I'm not sure. It seems way far out there right now. But again, we don't know. We have no idea what could happen. Anything, any one of these helium miner could go through the moon and take right off. Helium miner could crash and burn. We have no idea. We can't predict these things. It just happens for some reason. Helium, you got to be patient. Yes. And last I heard, they're not going to be, a lot of those third-party sellers, they're not even going to be releasing them or shipping them until like November, possibly October, November, December. So end of the year is when people that ordered them back in May should start finally even seeing their miners. Which leads to another thing. I don't really know how they work. Like, supposedly the more that see each other, the more the profits are, but at the same time, is it still the same type of difficulty thing where the more there are, the higher difficulty goes and the less coins are being found? So it's kind of like a hit and miss thing going on with helium. I'm not 100% sure how it works. The more coverage, the better, but like anything else, the more coverage, the more miners, the higher the difficulty. So I don't know if that plays a factor in them or not. I'm not really sure how the whole helium thing works. I'm in Zebra batch scheduled for November. Okay, Zebra is November. I think CalChip, whichever ones they got going out, is November-ish as well from May orders. So yeah, I don't know. A lot of stuff going on there. Do we have any questions, guys, before we probably... Hey, we didn't look at our hash rate. What is going on with the Ethereum hash rate? Our all-time high, 643 terahash. And it looks like we're getting pretty darn close to that again. 643, 639. And we dropped down to 620. But the hash rate is definitely coming back up there. We're about to hit a new all-time high of hash rate. Probably within another week or so. I assume we may pass that 643 mark. But then again, prices, like I said, we've been looking at what to mine. And Ethereum's not on top. Well, it is when you have 22 of these cards in or something. With nothing else. But yeah, Ethereum's on top for 3060s, 3070s. Like, every card could be different right now. Like, that's how close. Look at now, Ergo's on top for a 3070, 3080. What do we got? Ethereum's on top, and then we got, what is this? What is Metaverse? We got an ETP here, 529. Anyone know what this is? There's 35 gigahash on it, depending on what the hash. Metaverse, ETH hash, ETP. What is this ETH hash? It's on ETH hash algorithm on Metaverse. All right, I have no idea what this is, but some coin just popped in out of nowhere that I haven't seen pop up on here before. Maybe you guys have, and I just missed it or didn't pay attention to it. But yeah, we have another ETH hash algorithm right here. Interesting stuff, and it's fairly profitable, at least on a 3080. What about the 3060 Ti? It is way down here at 340. Interesting stuff that's going on there. What about the old, what should we look at? I don't know. Anyway, 5700 XT, what do you got going on for us? Oh, Metaverse is up there for that one. Got Ethereum, but like, look at that. All these coins and profitabilities, they're starting to get pretty close together. So there's a lot of hash rate that's probably going to be start doing its crypto winter strategy, which is bouncing all over the place. Again, is it really worth bouncing? Like, by the time you actually get all your hash rate moved over to a coin, another coin could be on top with it within an hour. So then you got to build up all your shares, and is it worth switching when you think Ethereum could just come right back on top again? Who knows? Everyone's mining strategy is different. Love the box miners. Quiet and efficient. Nice. Cancelled orders for miners because of spoofing and tech issues. And Ash was retracted message. Okay then. Well, if we have no other questions or anything, that probably would wrap up this stream. But we're going to give it a couple of seconds here to see if you guys do have any last minute questions. Because it always happens right when I'm doing my outro, you know, 3 or 4 questions just pop in out of nowhere. And is anybody streaming here? I'm going to see if anybody's up and streaming. Whoa. See if there's somebody we should raid or something. And I do not... Oh, my phone's just not loading. Come on, load. Alright. I guess I cannot decide. See if anyone else is streaming currently because my phone does not want to load. Oh, it looks like Panda is going live in 10 minutes. Panda's going live in 10 minutes, guys. So I guess we can go for 10 more minutes, possibly. And then raid them if you guys want. Up to you guys. Okay. RPM, Joe Foster. You have to be well located on the website to evaluate your efficiency. Yeah, for sure. You have to be really well located, have solar. Ultimately, solar is the long-term goal. Cheap power once you get your solar paid off, and then you don't have to pay for power. That would be the best way to do it because then you can just ramp everything right up. But just because you ramp something up, you could also be reducing the lifespan of it. So there's another thing to look at when trying to maximize your mega hash. But, alright. Well, I guess we will wrap up the stream though, guys. I will try to find, if anybody wants to head over to Panda, I will try to find his live stream or deal here. Hey, that's us right here. We're live, it says. Cool. Why can I not find Red Panda Mining? Right here. Where is his live stream? He has it scheduled here somewhere. Why can't I find it? Home. Alright, I don't know. Set reminder, set reminder. He has 2. What is going on here? Okay, he has 2 set for the same thing. Alright, I'm going to give you guys a link here. You guys can go raid Panda if you feel like it. Say Rabid Mining sent you. Rabid Raid, whatever you want to do. And I will catch you guys on the next one, which is going to be tomorrow. So thank you everyone for showing up and watching. And Rabid out.